Hello friends, this is Parvez and I welcome to all of you on my channel Global Studies Aspirants, and today as you can see we're gonna talk about Michel Foucault. He was a French literary theorist, critic and thinker. Okay, and this part is related to literary and cultural theory. And first of all I wanna let you know friends that today we are going to start a series related to post-structuralism. So we will cover all the writer and their works which are come in post-structuralism. Fine, let's see. And here the first one slide over here, the introduction. And first of all I want to let you on the post-structuralism, and here let's see what happened in structuralism first of all friends. Okay, generally in structuralism friends, we used to seek an order or a structure. What we were supposed to do over here, that we used to search in order a structure in case of novel, poetry, music and visual text you can call. Okay, and apart from this we used to seek a definite pattern, a definite kind of patterns, schemes and plots. These were our the main focus, okay, in case of structuralism. Fine, and further we used to yield the proper meaning. We sort out, we taken out the proper meaning, okay, of the concerned elements of the concerned text. First of all we used to analyze the text and we produce the meanings. We came to know the proper meaning of that particular text. So all these kind of study we did in the structuralism. But what about post structuralism over here friends? Let's see. In post structuralism we study the new form of knowledge. Here you can see friends, new form of knowledge. Okay, so generally we understand by post-structuralism that in post-structuralism we seek or we search the new form of knowledge. It may be thematic or contextual, both. And it was a great influential moment in philosophy and critical theory in 20th century. And in 20th century, friends, it was a great influential moment in philosophy and critical theory. Okay, in philosophy and critical theory. Fine, and let's talk about the Michel Foucault friends. Okay friends, I want to let you know that Michel Foucault, he was a professor of the history of thought. He was a professor of history of thought, okay, remember. And he further developed a book. He wrote a famous book, what you call here, archaeology of the human sciences. Sometimes maybe asked in the, it has been asked, in the UGC net exam paper friends. So it's a very famous book. You can keep remember these books and study the rise. What we have studied in this book, the rise of the new form of knowledge. Here he mentioned the new form of knowledge. Okay, and he further classified mechanisms of knowledge. Then he further classified of that particular knowledge in mechanism, in form of a particular mechanism. And then he, first of all, he collected knowledge, archived, then he achieved, then and then he disseminated. Means disseminated means he spread up. Okay, and Foucault's lay in unpacking the underlying structures of thinking in the various fields of knowledge. He studied in the various fields of knowledge. Okay, because he argued, okay, these structures conditioned and constructed. Finally he focused different kinds of field related to knowledge, and he gathered a different kind of ideology, okay, as per the knowledge point of view. Okay, so let's see, let's, you will you will completely understand friends. Okay, let's just a moment. Let's see the next one slide. Here let's take for first example, knowledge. Knowledge is a very famous particular term given by these famous Michel Foucault, writer or author. And let's see what about knowledge. What do you understand by knowledge friends over here? There are totally three steps, and the first step is the process of inquiry, knowledge gathering. Okay, the process of inquiry. In first step friends, we called it knowledge gathering. And what we do here, we search, inquiry, we investigate or inquired something. Okay, and consequently we got knowledge. Fine, And then second stage, the very nature of the object, the nature of the object is studied, which knowledge is being gathered. Suppose what is the object, what is the subject about which we are focusing all attentions and we are searching a definite kind of information. Okay, that is the nature of the project, which kind of nature of the object is. Okay. And then third, what is the third point over here, friend? The possibilities of using and distributing this knowledge. The knowledge we have gathered, we have collected from the analyzing or by research, okay, of that particular object. Okay. And once we got some information, okay, that the possible, then what is the possibility of that knowledge or information, or what is the possibilities of distributing this knowledge. Okay, so all these are covered under knowledge perspective, knowledge. Okay, I hope you must be getting. Okay, let's see further. Let's talk about the next term given by Michel Foucault, that is the most important term, power. These are both are most important, many times has been asked in the UGC NET examination, friends, knowledge and power. Okay, and here let's see what about the power. In other words, Foucault saw scientific inquiry as an exercise in power where the physician, scientist, and psychiatrist. Look at, friends, I will give you an example in simple words. I'll make you understand, friends. The Foucault saw a scientific inquiry. Suppose you have some trouble, some disease. Okay, you will go to a physician or doctor and he will diagnose your problem, your disease. Fine. So he will have the complete idea, complete, because he has studied, okay, the concerned field, and he is a master of their field, so he will give you complete information or he will diagnose to you. Okay, so he has the kind of power, you can understand by these term. Okay, and in the same process would be repeated in the scientists research some unknown facts. They research, analyze some unknown facts, and they will sort out they will take out the kind of information, new information or new knowledge, new facts. Okay, after research. And the same psychiatrist. So these are the form you must be getting. So all these are here. Physician has the power in related to his field. Okay, and the scientist same has the power in concern to his field. And in the same way, psychiatrist also does performs his duties in his relative field. So everybody, every specialist, these are the specialists in their respective field. Okay, they have the complete idea, information, knowledge of their respective field. So these, they have the power, right? Okay, you must be getting, friends, I think so. Okay, let's move ahead. And now let's talk about the discourse. Okay, what is discourse? What do you mean by discourse? Let's see, friends. Knowledge is constructed. Once we got the knowledge, friends, then we is constructed knowledge, we then organize it, shared, then after that we shared it, and then through particular forms of speech, in the form of speech, in the form of writing, in the form of language. Okay, by using these kind of different aspects, what we call discourse. Suppose you have the particular kind of information, okay, or speciality, then you use in your particular way, that is called as discourse. Discourse is the context of speech representation. Suppose you are representing your information, knowledge in a very beautiful way. Okay, or whatever you have, that like you have some understanding, some knowledge. Okay, so you provide that in form of speech. Okay, in form of representation in front of the other people. So this is all process is called as discourse. Fine. And it defines what can be said, studied, and process of doing so. Okay, you must be getting. And I will make you understand again, friends. The physician used the discourse of sickness and health in order to prescribe particular kind of lifestyle accessibility. As I told you earlier, friends, in my last example, I made you understand. The physician, what physician do over here, what physician does over here. Suppose you go to the physician in case of sickness or health, he diagnose you, he tested you all over your body. Okay, and then on behalf of that tests, okay, study, he prescribed particular kind of lifestyle. He will give you particular suggestion, advice, like you should change your lifestyle. Suppose you are fond of excessive eating, so you should ignore that kind of bad habits. Okay, so it's kind of process is called as discourse. And now in the same way, psychiatrist, what does psychiatrist over here? Psychiatrist constructed particular kinds of, he analyze your particular behavior. Okay, he studied. Okay, he will regularly watch your behavior, and on that behalf that he will suggest you that you should adopt a definite kind of discourse of rationality. Rationality means you have to use your intellectual, your wisdom. Okay, or you can call rationality. So it's a kind of, suppose you have some mental illness, okay, or mental dilemma. Okay, so you will go to the psychiatrist, and he will completely diagnose you after study all your characteristics, all your lifestyles of your life related habits, everything would be studied, and on that behalf he will analyze further, and he will give you the relevant suggestion or advice or solution. Okay. And now the same way, priest used to the discourse of religion. If you go to the priest, some maybe some kind of people are there, they have committed sin, and their salvation, in order to get some relief, mental peace, okay, or some kind of happiness. Okay, you can call mental peace, happiness. They will go to the priest, and he will further define, he will give him the particular norms. He will say them to adopt a particular kind of behavior or norms, you can call ethics. Okay, you should have adopted, okay, you should adapt the particular kind of or norms or ethics, okay, or behavior in your particular related domains. Like if you have the marriage, so you should have a good conduct. Okay, you should have a good norms, you ethics as per your, or you should have you should react as per your good behavior or good ethics. Okay, as per the morality, what is the moral value, you should look about moral value, you should adapt these moral values in your life. In case of you have the marriage, sexuality, family, and charity. So all these kind of process is known as basically discourse, friends. Okay, I think you must have got it, friends. Okay, you must have understood, and let's see the some more terms which is very very important as per your net examination perspective. The first one is panopticid. Panopticid means if you have under, if you are in under surveillance, suppose you are doing some particular things and somebody watching you, but you do not know about him, and he's completely watching you by fixing some definite kind of process. Okay, or by taking help some technical instruments. Okay, then he, this kind of process, like somebody is spying you, in simple words you can understand. Okay, like this kind of process is known as panopticism. And genealogy means, suppose you are not satisfied with some work, some facts, some concepts, so you study more about that particular concept or topic, and you will go back the history or the particular history of that particular subject, and you will get some more facts, information. So that particular kind of process that you have performed, that is called as genealogy. Okay. And the third one, episteme, is a kind of information. Suppose you have got some information, okay, and but that information you do not have some evidence or some proofs, okay, related to that information. So on behalf that you can understand this is real or genuine information. So after that, if you find that this information is already proved as per scientific evidence, and it has been gone, it is collected after research, a scientific research. Okay, and complete process has been done, then after that this information has been collected, then this process is known as episteme. Okay. And further, biopolitics, what about you, what you understand by biopolitics? Biopolitics is something that, suppose you have some definite kind of identification, but nobody knows you, you have to prove your identify. So what in suppose some case government want your identity, okay, but you do not have some specific identity, in case you are going to any other state. Okay, that particular kind of, you are changing your places. Okay, so the particular relative administration or government wants from you a definite kind of your identity, so you can use a universal identity by politics. So for example, Aadhaar card, that is available everywhere, that is applicable everywhere throughout the India. So it's a kind of by politics. Okay, friends, so I hope friends, this is all about today. And expect that you must have understood the complete concept and complete idea theme of this video lecture. And if you really like this, please do not forget to like our channel and subscribe and share this video to your friend circle as well. And I will meet you again with the next one video. Till then, bye. Thank you for watching this.